Hello, welcome to Don't Pull the Chicken Switch 1.5 minute nugget. I made it. Yes! I'm at the very tip top of Brighton Ski Resort, which is actually the finish line for the bike portion of the Ironman that I'm doing. And if you can believe it, I got to get off the bike at this point and then run a marathon, which is right now inconceivable. In fact, I'm not even going to get to the full 112 miles that are required for the race. But man, I will tell you, it is a grueling bike ride. So, I'm taking just a moment to record today our little 1.5 minute nugget, and it's a little saying. I'd like you to consider if you think this is true or false. You cannot talk your way out of problems you behaved yourself into. Think about that just for a minute. And I'd like to submit that it's unequivocally true, that you cannot talk your way out of problems you behaved yourself into. And I want to use an example in my own life that's somewhat tragic. A good decade ago, I had an opportunity to run a large team, had about 40 people reporting to me. And for the business unit I was in, I was charged with trying to make it more efficient. So I went to town hardcore. And in just a couple years, we had turned my business unit, it got awarded the best business unit in the company. Now that did great things for my ego, but it turned it a little aggressive to the point where I began to believe that I was invincible. Invincible with a big I versus a little I. I do strongly believe that we can do anything that we want, but if the ego and invincibility with a big I gets in the way or comes together and clashes to create a monster, I got to the point where I started to do things in the name of churning out, burning out, squeezing out every last inefficiency of my business unit after I won the award, to the point where it became incredibly unhealthy. And I got to the point where I could not talk my way out of problems that I had behaved myself into. I demanded things from my people to the point where it got unhealthy. And I got so cocky in terms of inefficient employees that I, at one point, without using any of the typical HR procedures, fired 2 people on the spot because they defied me. And in fact, I had to eat a pile of humble pie shortly after when corporate came down and made me rehire those 2 people that I had fired in a heated moment of invincibility, unhealthy invincibility, because I thought they were getting in the way of my wanting to achieve what I thought was most important. So my challenge to you is, as you think about not pulling the chicken switch, consider all the little moves and things that we do. And in the final analysis, if we're having trouble or not being able to reach our goal or desired outcome, you cannot talk your way out of a problem you behaved yourself into. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you next time.